Good evening, everyone. It is both honor and privilege to stand before you today to share my thoughts on Indian military. And Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was a founder of the Indian military. He said a true soldier need both military and spiritual training. Spiritual means in this every soldier wants something to believe. Sardar Baldev Singh Chokar, the first defense minister of independence India. He was the first defense minister served in uh, Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru period, who served from 1947 to 1952 in the cabinet of Jawaharlal Nehru. Rajnath Singh was a current defense minister and serving as 29th defense minister in India. He also expressed views in Operation Sindoor. India's growing defense capability is not meant to provoke conflicts. Our defense capabilities are like a credible deterrence. To maintain peace and tranquility, peace is possibly only when we remain strong. Ajit Doval um, is serving his third consecutive term as the National Security Advisor of India. He was also known as the India's James Bond. He was an IPS officer, um, and he was served his intelligence in Pakistan for 7 years undercover operation. Doval was awarded the Kirti Chakra in 1989 for India's second highest peacetime gallantry award. For his valorous actions during Operation Black Thunder in 1988, his key achievement was infiltrating the Golden Temple in Amritsar, posing as an operative of the Inter-Service Intelligence ISI to gather crucial intelligence information. January 15 is celebrated as a National Army Day in India because KM Cariappa was swear as first commander in chief of Indian Army. He was also first chief marshal in India, field marshal in India. He was the General Sir Robert Lockhart, the first commander in chief of Indian Army before independence, post independence, was General Sir Robert Lockhart, who was charged on August 15, 1947 to 1948, December 31. Chief of Military Staff. Um, the first m- the first chief of military staff was Bipin Rawat. He was the his he was first chief of military staff. He appointed in 2019, and then he was died in a helicopter accident, which is held in Nilgiris at 2022. After that, Anil Chudan was appointed as a chief defense staff after his death in 2022. Chief of Army, Navy, and Air Force. The first image, Chief of the Air Staff was Air Chief Marshal Amir Preet Singh. He was serving as the current and the 28th Air Marshal of India. And then yeah, below the image, Chief of the Army Staff, General Dwivedi, also serving as 30th Army Chief and the current Army Chief of India. The Chief of Naval Staff was Admiral Dinesh Kumar Tripathi, also serving as 26th and current Indian Navy Chief of India. India defense strength is ranked fourth in the world. India was fourth in the defense in the world. These are the military awards. Um, First, the gallantry awards was totally six awards. Parambir Chakra the Paramveer Chakra was issued for the highest military decoration for the highest valor in the face of enemy. This is given for the bravery of facing the enemy. The second was Mahavir Chakra, the second highest award of the acts of conspicuous gallantry in the presence of enemy. The third was Veer Chakra, awarded for the acts of bravery in the battlefield. The fourth was Ashok Chakra, the peacetime equivalent of the Paramveer Chakra, awarded for the conspicuous bravery of or self-sacrifice during times other than war. Kirti Chakra, the peacetime equivalent of Mahavir Chakra, for acts of valor or self-sacrifice away from the battlefield. Sixth was the Shurya Chakra, the peacetime equivalent of the Veer Chakra.
It's Shaurya. Shaurya.
Sir?
Shaurya.
Sorry.
Shaurya Chakra.
Shaurya. Budget for the defense in India. This year, current finance minister of India was made the budget 6.81 lakh crores in defense, approximately 81.8 billion in dollars. 9.5% increase from the previous year and representing the high allocation among budgeting. As usually, India's budget was highest in the defense only. India's total defense personnel combining activity military and paramilitary force number over 2.9 million. And then committee for defense. There are several key committees for the defense, like cabinet committee on security, which ensures that chief defense staff and highest military personnel, and parliamentary standing committee on defense. Parliamentary committee on defense is a combining of the political officials and cabinet ministers. The Shekhar.
Are these the people who would have sat down and decided the plan for Sindoor operation?
Yes, sir. With the chief national security advisor, sir. The Shekhar committee is set up by the former defense minister Manohar Parrikar. The committee submitted its report in December, sir. The National Security Council, supported by the Strategic Policy Groups, SPG, and then the Chief of Staff Committee, the COSE, replaced by the Chief of Defense Staff. Military recruitments, which they can recruit the competence for the military was, which includes exams like in NDA, National Defense Academy, and CDS, Common Defense Services, as well as through specific schemes such as Agniveer and technical entries, which can involve written tests, physical fitness tests, medical exams, and interviews conducted by the agencies like the Union Public Service Commission. And then finally, the interview was conducted by the Service Selection Board, which is controlled by the UPSC. Military operations and wars. Operation Peace was the first operation by the Indian Army after the independence of India on 1948 at the Junag states for annihilations of Junag. The recent operations was Operation Sindoor in 2025, recently in April 21. Retaliatory strike against terrorist camps in Pakistan occupied POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir following an attack on pilgrims in Pahalgam. There are totally 26 individuals has lost their life in attack. Operation Sindhu, an evacuation efforts to rescue Indian citizens during a conflict in Iran. And then the Kashmir War was in 1947 to 48. The India-China War was 1967-62. The Indo-Pakistan War was of 1965 and 1971. The Kargil War in 1999. These are the Indian Army ranks. The lowest rank in the army was Lance Naik. The highest position was in general. A field marshal. A field marshal is a five-star general rank above the general. Usually, there are generals or topmost officials in army, but field marshal is one step above in army. Currently, there is nobody is in the position in the office. It is conferred as a lifetime honor rather than an operational rank. Unlike the other military positions, field marshals do not retire and continue to hold their rank until their death. Till now, no one was appointed for the post till it is vacant. After the field marshal, General Sam Manekshaw, Indian Army Command. Um, an Indian Army Command is an organizational unit in the Indian Army that is supervised by a military commander who provides a legal framework for the authority bestowed upon them. The basic field information for each Indian Army Command is a division. Under each division level, there are permanent regiments in the Indian Army which are responsible for recruiting and training their own personnel. Each of the seven commands in Indian Army is led by the officer commanding and a chief, with the designation or rank of the lieutenant general. There are totally seven commands in the Indian Army, like a northern command, central command, western command, southern command, eastern command, the army training command, southwestern command. In first, Field Marshal K.M. Karyappa, the first Indian Commander-in-Chief of the India, who was appointed Field Marshal after his retirement. He was appointed as a Field Marshal after his retirement only. And his birthday only celebrated as a National Army Day. And then in second, General K.S. Timaya, distinguished soldier, the important soldier in the Indian Army, and also served as a Chief of Defense. In third, Sam Bahadur, the first Field Marshal, also known as the Sam Bahadur, for the contribution in Indo-Pakistan War. Sam Bahadur is also known as Sam for bravery, Sam of bravery. In third, Marshal Arjan Singh, epitome of a military. She was Priya Jingham, was the first woman officer to join the Indian Army, commissioning in 1993 as a lady cadet. Number one, she achieved this historical milestone in 1992 after writing a letter to the Indian Army Chief, General Sunit Francis Rodriguez, to ask if women could join the military. She served for the 10 years and retired as a major. These 2 months are contribute in Operational Sindoor. The women officers who led the briefing on Operation Sindoor, Colonel Sophia Qureshi of the Indian Army, the Wing Commander Vyomika Singh of the Indian Air Force,